Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to KTWH-LP 2 Harbors 99.5. I'm Steve Solkela, the Prince of Palo, Minnesota. Here's the Iron Range Rhapsody. Well, I'm a Finnish fella from the Iron Range, and I travel the world, but I haven't changed. People that I've met can be cold as ice, but back home they're all Minnesota nice. And there's battles that I can't win, and there's places that I don't fit in. So when I'm homesick, I journey back to Minnesota where they take old Finns. Minnesota, my home where I polka dance. On those floors I have acceptance, and I'm a plain old Voyageur, born and raised. And I'll always be for the rest of my days. And you know I'm a full-blood Finn, and I feel it in my blood within. How I can't wait to see all of the Nordic girls smile in Minnesota, and to be with my kids. Minnesota, my home where I now reside, where my ancestors both lived and died. I'm going home soon, save the date, to the magical land we call the 218. And there's no place I'd rather be, where there's plenty of sights to see. How I can't wait to see all of the Nordic girls smiling. Minnesota is a place for me. So my most famous song is one called Iron Ore. I wrote this one about my great-great-granddad's journey from Finland coming to the Iron Range to mine some iron ore in the Sudan underground mine. I really am grateful for my granddad's sacrifices, because it really is kind of a standard story for a lot of us to relate to on the Iron Range. A lot of our ancestors just wanted their young, their next generation to enjoy their life more than they did. And I'm thankful every day that I get to live an awesome life. This one's called Iron Ore. Iron ore, iron ore, iron ore. Well, way back home in Finland, before the Russians were beat back, my great-great-granddad dreamed of freedom, because home was way out of whack. And then he heard of a land with citizens not subject to the Russian Tsar, and no money in his pocket. The man set out on to a journey far. The trek was not an easy one, crossing the big ocean, driven only by Sisu. That's a grit that lies within. Couldn't settle on the East Coast, gotta stick with what you know. So the landscape of the upper Midwest is where he decided to go. And Minnesota had a wind and rain, ice and rain, lots of folks couldn't take it, but he dreamed of opportunities, and he knew he had to make it. The place had forests, lakes, loons, and wild rice, but living there was a chore. But his luck did change when he found the range to the brim with iron ore, iron ore, iron ore, iron ore, iron ore. My great-granddad, he was a miner, spent his whole youth underground. Work hard, work long, that weak swing pick, should the ore be found. And sweat, blood, and darkness, if one cannot define. That's an itty-bitty taste of what a miner faced in an underground mine. He didn't care how deep he had to go, he had a family to feed. Now don't you know the wealth boss man didn't allow? Granddad made it into work somehow, and he traded his healthy back for bread. And you may be asking what for? For the hard-earned paycheck he would have if he found that iron ore, iron ore, iron ore, iron ore, iron ore. The Vermilion and Cuyuna and the Gros Masabi, Well, the miners there, well, they all know nothing in this world is free. Working hard for so long to support your family. It's that principle that makes iron the pillar of our economy. My great-granddad spirit speaks to me. He says, do what you gotta do. Work hard, young man, always do your best to make time for family too. Be passionate, protect your own, don't forget who you are. And do what's right, even if it's hard. Your will is made of iron ore, 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 iron ore. So I'm a songwriter. I try to write a lot of songs. Most of them are funny and occasionally one is serious. Those ones are a little not up my alley, but I still have fun writing them. But I find with when you're a musician, you spend so much time at the road. So I kind of started utilizing the voice recorder on the cell phone when I'm trying to write a new song. Anyway, here's a John Denver parody that I wrote, all behind the wheel. Better than heaven, Minnesota. We got tons of mine pits northwest of Lake Superior. Temps are cold there, colder than my ex. I got myself a head cold, so I bought myself Kleenex. Northbound me on 53, downtown Palo, that's where I will be. Minnesota, frozen tundra, take me home. Northbound roads, all my hobbies, they involve snow. I get up early and watch the plows go. It's -30 and the wind froze my tears, but it's hurricanes and tsunamis that make up most of my fears. Northbound me on 53, home in Palo, that's where I will be. Minnesota, frozen tundra, take me home. Northbound roads, I live here by choice and the locals are so friendly. Some strangers took me in and said, well, have a little lunch. My car broke down, my phone was dead. Those strangers made sure I was fed. Thanks a bunch, thanks a bunch. Northbound me on 53, downtown Palo, that's where I will be. Minnesota, frozen tundra, take me home. Northbound roads, yeah, take me home. Up northbound roads, yeah, take me home. Up northbound roads, yeah, take me home. Up northbound roads. Here's another one of my favorite parodies. This is of a song called Oklahoma Hills by Woody and Jack Guthrie, I believe. I wrote one called Minnesota Swamps. I'm a Minnesotan through and through, making music is what I do. In the Minnesota swamps where I was born. Way up north in Minnesota, the coolest ever place to go to. The Minnesota swamps where I was born. We got deep iron ore mines, we got a lot of whites and Norway pines. In the Minnesota swamps where I was born. We got tons of Swedes and Finns and a few too many Norwegians. In the Minnesota swamps where I was born. Way up north in Minnesota, the hands down coolest ever place to go to. The Minnesota swamps where I was born. Way up north in Minnesota, you haven't heard of it, now I told you. The Minnesota swamps where I was born. north in Minnesota, hands down coolest ever place to go. To the Minnesota swamps where I was born. Way up north in Minnesota, if you haven't heard of it now, I told you. The dear old Iron Range where I was born. That's one of my favorite ones. So yeah, I come from the big city. We call it the Twin Cities, right? Palo Markham. It's just a little farm community, about an hour north of Duluth. Maybe another hour and 45 from Canada. Not a lot of people know where it is, but I do. There's one song I wrote on the airplane. I was coming back from New Jersey where I went to college, and I wrote this one while I was soaring through the air. I said, I'm going to finish the song before we touch down. And even with a nap, I got it done. This one's called I'm from Palo, Minnesota. Life has beyond so weary, that's where I'm going. The place where sunshine roams over my happy home, and snow covers the ice, and the saunas make you stop and say, ooh, that's nice. Home in Palo, I was never alone. Just a few hours north of the old Metrodome. I'll always miss Palo and a small town charm, where the people are friendly and the saunas are warm. I'm on my way, I'll be there today. Just give me a plane ticket to North Minnesota, you know it's gonna be okay. Home in Palo, I shoveled lots of snow, and our heater broke down when it was 40 below. I'll always miss Palo and the memories I made, till I'm buried tomorrow, where I'll finally be laid. I'm on my way, I'll be there today. Just give me a plane ticket to North Minnesota, you know it's gonna be okay. Because Palo, I know you are my home. When life has beyond so weary, that's where I'm going. That place was heaven sent, and it's where I spent the best days of my life. Well, I'm from Palo, Minnesota, the place where I'm free from all of my strife. So, if you ever talk to a Finn, if you're lucky to get a word out of them in general, most of them are pretty shy. But you'll find that a lot of our favorite pastime is to strip down to next to nothing, if not nothing, and then we go and sweat in a room next to strangers. We call that the sauna experience. Not everybody does the Finnish style, thank goodness. But if I look back into my memory banks, I think I've got 7 different sauna songs I've written now. Here's most people's favorite one. This one's called If Heaven Don't Have Saunas, I Don't Want to Go. Well, if I died tomorrow, do you know where I'd go? Would it be quick and painless, or would it hurt and be slow? When I'm at that golden gate, would St. Peter greet me with a nod? But hold up, before you open it, there's one thing I gotta say to you, God. Well, if heaven don't have saunas, I don't wanna go. I'm content here on the Iron Range, oh yeah, don't you know? Heaven sounds amazing, but I don't need a lot. Just answer me a question, what does heaven got that Minnesota ain't got? When I'm in the sauna, it's 100 degrees, and I know what you're thinking, well, geez Louise, And I know at the temp it's not the healthiest, but it's impressive cause you know that I'm in Celsius. And if heaven don't have saunas, I don't wanna go. I'm content here on the range, oh yeah, don't you know. Heaven sounds amazing, but I don't need a lot. It stands me a question, what does heaven got that Minnesota ain't got? Oh, how I wanna be in the sauna right now. If you say sauna, I'ma hit you with a cedar bough. And when I get to heaven, you know I'll find it funny. But in the sauna, I give Satan a run for his money. And if heaven don't have saunas, I don't wanna go. I'm content here on the range, oh yeah, don't you know. Heaven sounds amazing, but I don't need a lie. Just answer me a question, what does heaven got that Minnesota ain't got? So people always ask, what do you do for your real job? I believe it or not, I self-sustain as a musician. It always blows people's mind. Some people call me cocky, some people say I'm a little too humble. I must be a little too humble if people are that worried that I'm starving. I'm starving because I forget to eat, not because I'm poor. Well, I'm pretty poor. We don't need to compare apples to oranges here, but this is a song I wrote while shingling a roof back before I took music on full time. This one's called the Lazy Daisy song. True story. I was sitting there sweating bullets up on the rooftop, shingling, you know, double shingles up the ladder on the roof. And I looked down and saw a lovely little daisy. And I thought to myself, you son of a you-know-what. You don't ever have to do anything. You just get to sit there soaking up the sun, loving your life, while I'm working to death up here shingling this roof. So then the shift continues, and later on I start to think, well, you know, maybe that was a little unfair. The lazy daisy can't, you know, get up and walk around and, you know, go to the restaurants or talk to girls or go on vacations like I can. And even though it enjoys the sun as I do as well when I'm not, you know, working, I think I do have it better. Maybe the daisy's the one that envies me. This is called the Lazy Daisy song. Lazy daisy standing in a field. No one knows the potential that you yield. You sway all day relaxing in the pleasant breeze. My workload has brought me to my knees. I wish I was a lazy daisy soaking up the sun, never having to go to work and not always on the run. I wish that I could breathe a while and stress would melt away. And like the lazy daisy in the breeze, well, I would stray. If I could only uproot you, I can only imagine what you do. Replace your roots with feet, you'd be strolling and rolling down the street. I wish I was a lazy daisy soaking up the sun, never having to go to work and not always on the run. I wish that I could breathe a while and stress would melt away. And like the lazy daisy in the breeze, well, I would sway. Staying alive through photosynthesis. No one knows any easier life than this. But I've got legs, I can wander, yes I'm free. Maybe the daisy's the one that envies me. Oh, how I wish that I was strolling with the lazy daisy up and down the street, with sights to see and places to be and new people to meet. We'd see the smiling faces with a new outlook on things, and walk and talk and finally notice the happiness life brings. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. I'm Steve. This is KTWH-LP 99.5 FM, Two Harbors, Minnesota. We'll see you next time.